What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. So with the news of Uncharted 4's delay, the Remastered Trilogy, the Uncharted collection on the PlayStation 4 seems to be more likely every time I think about it. And I had this really crazy theory. I'm not saying you should totally believe me on this or that it's the truth or whatever. It's just something I was thinking about because I found it so weird that Uncharted 4 got pushed forward to 2016 because Naughty Dog seemed to be so confident. Only 2 or 3 months back at PlayStation Experience, when we saw the gameplay reveal, after that video, Naughty Dog put the 2015 sign there once again, saying to us that they were so confident that this game was still going to come out in that year. And so it really had me thinking, what if Uncharted 4 was not only pushed forward to 2016 because Naughty Dog didn't think that the game itself would be able to be completely polished and finished in that time? What if, like I said, hear me out here, I'm not saying it's the truth or anything like that, what if the Uncharted Trilogy Remastered was something that Sony was planning on for this summer, is something that is in development right now? What if that wasn't able to get finished in time? Because then Sony would have to push it forward to say, you know, somewhere September, October, November 2015. That would get way too close to the actual release of Uncharted 4 itself. And so therefore you wouldn't want to have that. You wouldn't want to have such a small time gap between the Trilogy Remastered and between the game itself. Like, that's just not really a viable option for them, right? And so I was thinking, maybe it's a little bit of both. What if the Uncharted Trilogy Remastered is in development right now, but they just don't have the time to get it out there before this fall? Then it would seem pretty obvious that you would delay Uncharted 4 to the beginning of 2016, while at the same time giving that game a little more time to just polish it completely to the point where it's absolutely perfect and gonna be a fantastic game, while at the same time you're gonna keep fans busy nonetheless with Uncharted because they'll be playing the full Remastered Trilogy on that PlayStation 4. And I think when people ask for this trilogy, I think that real hype for it started somewhere last year because the PlayStation 4 was doing so well. Right now it has sold over 20 million units, whereas the Xbox One sold maybe about 11 to 12 million. Sony said that half of the people that own a PlayStation 4 did not even have a PlayStation 3. That means there are so many people out there who want to get excited for Uncharted 4, but it's kind of hard for them because then they will also need to have played, you know, the other 3 games. That's something they would definitely want before really getting into or investing themselves in a 4th game. I think it seems like the obvious choice to bring out Remastered Trilogy, you know, with Uncharted 1, 2, 3 combined, maybe 60 frames per second, add all the multiplayers there, do something what they did with the Halo Master Chief Collection, where you have sort of like a synchronous level up system, for example, that you can play Uncharted 2 multiplayer and level up and have the same level carry forward in Uncharted 3, that kind of stuff. Seems like something that's completely awesome, and I don't even think it's the people who have not played Uncharted that are gonna pick this up. I think so many fans of Uncharted itself will be, you know, playing this and buying it because of how much they love the franchise itself, because of how much they want to play the multiplayer, for example, or relive the campaigns with even better graphics, a better frame rate. I would totally get it, of course, the big Uncharted fan that I am. Once again, it seems so obvious that this trilogy is going to happen with the high demand there is out there right now. And I think with the delay of Uncharted 4, it seems way more likely now that it's gonna happen and that will probably be replaced by the Remastered Trilogy this fall. Now, a final thing that I want to get into, because some people had been asking me about this. Robin, why do you think this thing is actually gonna happen when Naughty Dog is so busy with Uncharted 4 itself? That's being delayed. With The Last of Us 2, they only just did The Last of Us Remastered, and that seemed to take them such a long time. Well, first of all, I don't think Naughty Dog is working on this at all. I think Sony is having a different studio, you know, somewhere, just a completely different third-party studio maybe, that's doing all these ports. It's not gonna be too hard. You might recall that, yeah, Naughty Dog did take a long time to put The Last of Us on the PlayStation 4, but that was only a really small team doing it, because at the same time they were working on Left Behind, on Uncharted 4, on The Last of Us, you know, DLC and patches, that kind of stuff, while already also working on the next project, which is probably The Last of Us 2 or something like that. You know, it was just a small team doing this big port, and I think if Sony gets a dedicated studio of a good couple of people working on this with their full focus and attention for, say, a year or something, I think it's something that's definitely gonna happen, and it's very likely that we'll see it still coming out this year. Now, with that being said, I think I've said pretty much all about this Uncharted Remastered Trilogy. I think it's coming out this year. I'm excited for it, but of course, I would like to know your thoughts. Do you think it's actually going to happen? Would you pick it up? Would you play this once again? Have you played Uncharted already, or have you not? And then with that being said, I would like to thank you a lot for watching, and hope to see you again next time.